Are you ready for Angry Birds Mario Edition? What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here, and welcome back to another news roundup. And to kick us off is that we got some more details in regards to Nintendo's partnership with DeNA for smartphone games that use Nintendo's own properties, like Mario, Zelda, Kirby, Star Tropics, and Clu Land. You know you want that. So, the CEO of DeNA West revealed that they are working on 5 mobile games with Nintendo that use 5 different IPs, and they will each tackle a different genre. The first mobile game is still slated to release by the end of 2015, and the other 4 will be out by March 2017. And that's really as much as we know at this point. The CEO does seem to suggest that one of the games might be an RPG, so there's that, but mostly everything else is up to speculation. But if I had to guess, for almost a 100% certainty, we're going to get a Mario game. I do have to give them props that they're branching out with their ideas and not just making cookie cutters of the same game. It's awesome that they're using 5 different IPs in 5 different genres. 2 genres that seem like easy picks are the platforming and puzzle genre. So maybe they'll make a Mario game that's an endless running platformer or even a traditional platformer. As for a puzzle game, what if they utilize Captain Toad? That would translate pretty well over to a smartphone since it has simple controls and mechanics. But one genre and IP that I think would work really well on a smartphone is the rhythm genre and the Rhythm Heaven IP. That franchise just has super simple controls. If you've ever played Rhythm Heaven Fever on the Wii, that game only utilizes at max 2 buttons. So on a smartphone, those 2 buttons could be tapping and sliding. Wubba-dubba-dub, is that true? Wubba-dubba-dub, is that true? Wubba-dubba-dub, is that true? And as for an RPG, well, off the top of my head, there's Golden Sun, or maybe they'll make a Zelda game that's an RPG. I don't know. But I do think Nintendo will want to utilize IPs that are more recognizable to the general public, like Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Kirby, and so on, rather than Rhythm Heaven and Golden Sun, even though I think Rhythm Heaven would be a good pick. I am definitely curious to see what games Nintendo and DeNA are cooking up. They shouldn't be total abominations because they are coming from Nintendo, but hey, who knows? But since the first mobile game is supposed to be releasing by the end of 2015, it is plausible that we might be hearing about it in the next Nintendo Direct, whenever that is. But what do you guys think? What are some likely IPs and genres that you think Nintendo will use for their smartphone games? Sound off in the comment section below. And from there is that we got a rumor coming from Tamaki on Twitter, who is actually a pretty reliable source when it comes to previously unknown information about Nintendo games. And he is saying that the Nintendo NX is not going to be competing with the likes of the PlayStation 4 in terms of power. This is most certainly interesting because one of the biggest things people say Nintendo needs to do with the NX is have it be on par with the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 in terms of power, or even be more powerful. But if this rumor is true, that might not actually happen. People are throwing out the idea that if Nintendo wants third-party support for the NX, they have to have a powerful system. But you do have to take into account that just because it's a powerful system doesn't guarantee that third parties will make Nintendo versions of their games. If a third party feels that the demographic isn't there for their game and the install base isn't that large for their system, they might not make an NX version of their game. For example, the Nintendo Wii was an underpowered system, but it still got its Call of Duties and Maddens. So if the NX is powerful, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be successful. I still do think that the NX should be somewhere around the Xbox One and PS4 in terms of power, but it should have some sort of gimmick attached to it so it actually stands out from the Xbox One and PS4, so we don't have 3 of the same system. If Nintendo wants to help the NX to be successful, it needs to have a good launch lineup of games, a good launch window, and also a reasonable price. Plus, it needs to get away from the Wii name. Also, they need to advertise the bad boy like no tomorrow like they did with Splatoon, so people actually know what it is. But what do you think? Do you think the NX needs to be as powerful as the PlayStation 4 to be successful? Sound off in the comments below. And in some other news, for all you amiibo hunters out there who want to collect every single amiibo that hits the market, well, I've got some sad news for you, because Activision has announced dark versions of their starter packs for Skylander Superchargers. So what that means is that along with the normal Skylander / amiibo figurines for Donkey Kong and Bowser, there's also going to be dark versions of Donkey Kong and Bowser. And to make it even worse, the Dark Donkey Kong is going to be exclusive to the Dark Wii U starter pack, and the Dark Bowser is going to be exclusive to the Dark Wii and 3DS starter packs. So if you want the normal and dark versions of Donkey Kong and Bowser, all 4 figurines, you're going to have to buy 4 starter packs. I am certain people will sell these figurines individually up on eBay and stuff and hike the prices up, so you'll be able to buy them that way as well. But nonetheless, amiibo hunters, have fun. I do understand why Activision is spreading the figurines out because they do want to make more money and get people to buy the different starter packs, but come on, why can't you just sell them individually? And don't say it's because you don't want Xbox and PlayStation users accidentally buying these figurines. Just put in big bold letters on the boxes that they only work in the Nintendo versions, and boom, you're done. And as for the final bit of Toys of Life news today, Disney has announced that Disney Infinity 3.0 will be releasing in North America on August 30th and in Europe on August 28th. Yes, I can't wait. That was sarcasm. Oh, and there's actually a chance that Sora from Kingdom Hearts might actually be joining Disney Infinity at some point, because John Mignacci, the vice president of production for Disney Infinity, was asked on Twitter about this, and he replied by saying, "Wouldn't that be cool?" And the other person replied back, "Yes it would," and John replied back, "Hang tight." The whole hang tight comment is pretty interesting, because he doesn't flat out deny that it's happening, and the message kinda conveys that it might actually be in the works. So maybe they'll have something ready around the time that Kingdom Hearts 3 releases. The Kingdom Hearts universe is perfect for Disney Infinity, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. But for all we know, it's probably just gonna be a Sora figurine that works in the toy box. And to round this video off is that we now know that the Nintendo 3DS title, Project Cross Zone 2, is being delayed in North America. Originally, it was supposed to be coming out in the fall of 2015, but according to the description for the Anime Expo 2015 trailer for Project Cross Zone 2, it is now coming out in early 2016. We don't know exactly why Project Cross Zone 2 is getting delayed. It could be that they want to make the game even better, make sure it's not a buggy mess. And also, not releasing it in the holiday season will help it not get lost in the shuffle with the plethora of other games coming out. I never did play the first game, I only tried out the demo, but I am definitely interested in the sequel. Apparently they are trying to fix the problems people had with the original in the sequel, which is something you usually want to do in a sequel. And that will bring us to the end of the news roundup. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. And you can stay tuned for more videos in the future. But I will talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye!